Welcome back to CodeChef. In the previous videos, we explored singly linked lists and learned how nodes connect in a straight line. Today, things are getting more interesting. We'll bend that line into a circle and give it two-way movement. By the end of this video, you'll understand circular linked list and doubly linked list. Don't just watch, practice alongside me using the CodeChef compiler. The link is in the description below. So let's begin.
Circular link and doubly linked list. Imagine a group of friends standing in a circle, holding hands. No one is at the beginning, no one is at the end. That's exactly how a circular linked list works. A circular linked list is a linked list where a last node points back to the first node, there is no null pointer, and you can start from any node and still search all others. Think of it like a roundtable discussion. Keep walking and you'll come back to where you started. Now let's quickly understand what makes circular linked lists special. The key points to remember are: starting from any node, you can traverse the entire list. The last node's next point to the head. Structure of each node is same as singly linked list. Data next. We usually maintain head pointer, which is the first node, and tail pointer, which is the last node. If you know the tail, you can always reach the head using tail points to the next. Insertion at end. Circular linked list. Now let's learn how to insert a node at the end of a circular linked list. Case 1. List is empty. So, if head is empty, create a new node, set both head and tail to its node, make the node point to itself. Because in a circular list, even one node forms a circle. Case 2. The list is not empty. So create a new node, set tail to the next, which becomes the new node, update tail to new node and make tail next, which becomes the head. So think of it like this: you are adding a new person at the end of a circle, they must still hold hands with the first person. Deletion in circular linked list. Now let's delete a node by value. First case, only one node. If the head is equals to tail and the value matches, set both head and tail to null, the list becomes empty, simple and clean. Case 2. More than one node. Step 1 is deleting the head. So if head points to data, which gives the value, move head to head pointing to the next, and then update tail pointing to next, which gives the head. The circle stays intact. Deleting any other node. Traverse the list. If current is pointing to the next, which is the data, is gives the value, skip the target node, update links and free memory. If value not found, print list as it is. Doubly linked list. So far we could only move forward. What if we want to move backwards too? That's where doubly linked list comes in. Each node stores previous pointer, data and the next pointer. The advantages are traverses forward and backward. It is easier to delete. It is used in undo redo least recently used cache, and the trade-off is extra memory for previous pointer. Insertion in doubly linked list. Suppose if you want to insert new mode between A and B, pointers to update are A to next, which becomes the new node becomes the previous, which is A, new node becomes the next, which is B, and B points to the previous, becomes the new node, and insert A at index. So index is 0 based, index is equal to 0, which inserts at the beginning. Think of it as squeezing a new book between two books on an old shelf. Deletion in doubly linked list. Deleting a node is easier here. If target lies between A and B, A's next points to B, B's previous points to A. The special cases are if deleting head, update head, if deleting tail, update tail. Clean and efficient. Now let's summarize. A circular linked list does not contain any null pointer. In a circular linked list, the last node points back to the first point, and it is useful when repeated traversal or continuous cycles are required. A doubly linked list allows traversal in both forward and backward direction. Deletion is faster in a doubly linked list because each node maintains a reference to its previous node, and it is widely used in real-world systems such as browsers, media players, and navigation systems.
So that is it for this video. You've just unlocked two powerful linked list variations. Now it's your turn. Practice what we've learned today. Try modifying the code on the CodeChef compiler. And keep practicing, keep coding, and I'll see you in the next video.